evening, Toros. Or morning. Or afternoon. But we're teenagers, so I'm just gonna assume evening. I'm Ammon. And this is Toro Television. Corona is a thing that has quarantined us all. And now you realize that you secretly like going to school all this time. No school, but also no friends. Catch 22. Introverts are having the time of their life right now, I guess. Anyway, the video team has brainstormed and we have decided to continue the video announcements. However, we're not actually really going to be doing very many announcements. Rather, we will be telling stories. Your stories. Every week. But this time it's going to be our stories because rumor has it that Toro Television has some sort of connection with the video classroom. But that is just for now. In the future, we will air your stories. More about that at the end. But for now, a message from Mr. Milbrandt.
Good morning, Toros. Greg Milbrandt, your principal. I am just wanting to connect with you and make sure that you know we're thinking about you. I miss you guys so much. We all do. These are unbelievable times we're living in right now with the coronavirus, and worried about all of you. And I want to make sure that you understand we're still continuing education, and your teachers should have connected with all of you and make sure that you are still getting an education during this next 5 to 6 weeks that we have left. And understand that you can improve upon that third quarter grade. So now is the time to make sure that you're doing everything that you can to make sure that you're doing your part to get those assignments in on Canvas. And if you don't have connectivity, we do have packets available. There's an online opportunity on our website that you can just use your phone and connect to, and we can print out packets for you to make sure that you're getting the same education and opportunities to improve upon that third quarter grade. And also, we want to make sure that you're practicing social distancing and you're keeping yourself safe, keeping your family safe, keeping your friends safe. By washing your hands often and making sure that you're not doing gatherings of any kind, and making sure that we're doing everything we can to get through this together and stay Toro strong. Now, I also want to point out for our seniors that it's very important that you understand we're still talking about how we're going to do graduation, and that's on everyone's minds. Working with the district and the other high school principals to figure all of that out. So as we learn more details, we'll get them to you. We'll talk through that with you. More messages to come from me, but as we learn more details, we'll get that information out to you. But just wanted to say hi and let you know we're thinking of you. We love you guys, and we look forward to continuing to educate you for these next 5 to 6 weeks. Stay Toro strong.
Excellent video. I actually haven't seen it at this point, but Mr. Hall told me to stay positive no matter what, so excellent video. Now for the actual stories, hopefully you guys can take some inspiration for next week when you start saying them yours. But here they are for now. This week we actually have a consistent theme. And you know what? Let's actually make that a segment, because I've always wanted to make a segment. And we'll call it What to Do When Social Distancing is the Bane of Your Existence and your entire life is a crushing pit of despair and broken dreams and everything is pain, semicolon, left parenthesis. No, not like that. Like a sad face. Like a sad emoticon. There you go. It's a working title, but you can just take that, plop it in the bottom corner, either one of these corners. Yeah. Okay, first video. Chloe, everyone. Here's her tips on how to beat the boredom.
If you're anything like me, you've been really bored these past few days, pacing your home, trying to find something, literally anything productive to do. So after balancing this cup on my head for a few minutes, I decided that today would be a good day to upcycle some of the clothes that I've been meaning to mess with. So here's one of the shirts that I decided that I was going to upcycle today. It's kind of long and flowy, but I really wanted to crop it and give it short sleeves. So I cut off one of the sleeves, and then proceeded to place it over the other one, just to make sure that they were going to be even. And then I proceeded to crop the shirt, making sure to put the sleeves on my hands, just as like a fashion statement. I thought it looked pretty cute. And then I started cropping the front of the shirt, not the back. Don't do both at the same time. It's a bad idea. Just take my word for it. After cropping the front of the shirt, also making sure to leave enough room for when we seam the bottom of the shirt back together. You flip it over and then flatten it back out and do exactly what you did with the sleeves, where you place the fabric that you've already cut over the fabric that hasn't been cut yet, just to make sure that everything is even and proper. I really like this shirt. I hope it turns out good. We'll see what happens, but I think it'll turn out good. I trust myself. Here's a video of me struggling with the ironing board. I hate these things. I don't know how they work. They suck. They make me so mad, but I got it. Cool. Alright, I really like this one. Super summery. Works better with my style. Here's the other one. Yeah, that's what I did during my quarantine day.
I haven't actually seen that video yet either. Has Chloe even sent it? I don't know. If there was just nothing there, I'm sorry. Excellent video. Anyway, now to introduce Crow's story. With Corona, you've probably had a lot more time to watch all those movies that Rotten Tomatoes has certified fresh, and all your friends just keep telling you to see it, and you really don't want to see it, but you see it anyway. That is unless you're Crow, who has been watching really bad movies, almost exclusively. Here's his top 5.
Number 5 is Snakes on a Plane. Now, I love a real good crappy creature feature, and I did have a pretty good time watching this movie and laughing at all of the scenes, but it was still pretty bad. Number 4, which is real popular on Netflix right now, it's a movie called Outbreak, and this was another movie that I just had a fun time laughing at, but it was another movie that dragged on a little bit too long, and it wasn't as fun to laugh at as Snakes on a Plane was, but I did have a fun time laughing at it as well. Number 3 is The Queen's Corgi, which in theory sounded like a good movie, but execution-wise, it didn't turn out very good. There was really not much of a plot, even though there was a plot. The plot that was supposed to be exciting was very, very boring. It's only an hour and 10 minutes, so it went by pretty fast, but nothing really happened in the hour and 10 minutes. Don't pay money for it. If you find it for free somewhere, it's for free on YouTube. That's where I watched it. Then, go ahead. If you have an extra hour and 10 minutes that you just want to watch a perfectly decent bad movie that doesn't really go anywhere and is pretty boring, then go ahead and watch that. Number 2 is Sherlock Gnomes, which is on Prime. Watching this movie, I was entertained for a solid 5 minutes, but those 5 minutes didn't have to do with the movie itself. There were 2 Elton John songs in 2 minutes, and then I looked it up to remember that Elton John has a production company, which didn't surprise me, but that was neat. And then that was the end of my entertainment. The movie is good for children, so if you have younger siblings, maybe they'll enjoy it. And finally, the worst movie I've seen so far during quarantine is a movie that isn't even on IMDb. It's called Nightmare Shark, and if I wasn't holding it in my hand right now, I wouldn't be sure if it even existed. This movie wasn't a shark movie. It was trying to be a psychological horror, but it didn't succeed in that. And besides that, there was just terrible acting, terrible CGI, and a terrible plot line. So overall, it was a waste of however long the movie was. It felt like a decade. On an additional note, there's a movie on Prime called The Velocipaster that wasn't finished. I don't know, I never finished the movie, but this happened in under 5 minutes of the movie, and then I turned it off. Maybe I'll finish it, maybe I won't. But that entertained me. Tune in next time when I review 5 good movies that I've seen during quarantine. If I can even find 5. At the moment, maybe there's been 2. I'm not sure how to end this video, so I'm just gonna end it by saying, don't waste your time on bad movies like I do. Thank you.
Excellent. Crow really is asking the big questions here. For example, what are we going to do with all these snakes on this plane? The world may never know. Anyway, Caleb also watched movies, I think. Hopefully his aren't as bad. Roll it.
What's up guys, it's your boy, Caleb, back with another video. Just for today, I will be having a computer voice because I don't have a microphone. Don't worry, I'll be getting one sooner or later. Anyway, to forget isolating yourself from everyone, I found some good and funny movies for you guys to watch while you be nice and cozy at home. Here are the chosen movies that I personally like. Let's begin. The first movie is called Gran Torino, directed by Clint Eastwood. I'm recommending this movie not only because it's an incredible movie, but because it feels long. The movie is about 2 hours long, which can take some of your afternoon. So, if you have nothing going on, this will be a great movie to spend your day. The second movie is called In Bruges, directed by Martin McDonagh. This one has a mix of action and comedy, mostly comedy though. It can also be very unpredictable to watch, which makes for a fun time. If you haven't already, check it out. The third movie is called National Treasure, directed by John Turturro. If you are into movies with historical content mixed with action, this would be a great movie to spend time on. Oh, and Nicolas Cage is in it too. The fourth movie is called Ferris Bueller's Day Off, directed by John Hughes. This is the kind of movie that never gets boring in any part at all. If you are having a bad day, this is the movie you are looking for. The final movie is called Good Time, directed by Josh and Benny Safdie. The story in this movie is immersive and will do enough to get your mind off things. It is a very engaging film within the very first minute and can make you feel the atmosphere of the film. That's all the movies I think you will enjoy, and I hope you'll watch at least one of them. Thank you for watching and be safe. Bye bye.
Wow. Your thoughts on the matter, Sosuke? Your silence speaks more than words ever could. Anyway, that's all we have for you today. Today is going to be a shorter one. However, if you do want to tell a story through a video, or if you want to be virtually interviewed, email either Mr. Hall, the video teacher, or me. Don't worry if you don't have editing software. If you send it to us and we don't get too many entries, we will edit it. We really don't know how many entries we're gonna get, so there is a chance that your video won't be featured. Also, if you have an idea for the announcements, whether it be a segment or collaboration, you can either use the same emails or just leave a comment in the comment section. Anyway, I'm Ammon, right? And this was Toro Television. Have a good day and wash your hands. Also, expect to see us next Monday or Thursday, depending on how long it takes for us to do this again. Now that is all. Goodbye.